In today's video, we'll be talking about some new fragrances that I recently added to my collection. If you're interested, then just keep watching. Before we get into the video, I do want to quickly introduce myself for those of you who may be new here. My name is Aisha. I make videos about fragrance, beauty, luxury, and lifestyle. If those are things you're interested in, please consider subscribing. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So as I said, we are going to be talking about new fragrances that I added into my collection over the past month or so. I like to do this type of roundup at the end of every month that basically tells you guys what fragrances got added into my collection and which ones were taken away. So if I decluttered any, I will let you guys know at the end of the video, and I'll let you guys know why. So in this video, I do have some fragrances that I purchased, and I also have some fragrances that were sent to me from brands, which I am very thankful to be able to try. So as we go through the fragrances, they won't be in any particular order, but as we go through, I'll let you guys know which ones were sent to me and which ones I purchased. So let's go ahead and get into these fragrances. So the first fragrance I have is from Maison Tahiti, and this is Exstasy. So here's the box that it comes in. I will say this box is very minimal. It is all recyclable packaging. So the box isn't doing much, but I'm actually okay with that because I don't save boxes anyway. Here's what the fragrance looks like sitting inside. It was very well protected, but all of this packaging is recyclable. So I thought that was cool. And it's probably a way they can cut down on their costs because Maison Tahiti is a niche brand, but they are quite affordable for fragrance. I mean, these fragrances cost less than what you would walk into like your local department store and buy, probably for the smallest or the middle-sized bottle. And these are 100 ml bottles. So this one is called Exstasy, and let's spray it on. Actually, I'm just gonna spray the boxes, why not? So like I said, I have worn all of these fragrances at least once, but I will be spraying them just to refresh my memory. So this one is a vanilla scent that to me smells a little bit boozy, but not too much. The reason I purchased this is because I really want like a basic vanilla. So I guess the most basic vanilla that I have in my collection is Cacao Vanilla 28, but sometimes that one feels a little bit too sweet and too gourmand. Like I am looking for like a basic vanilla that still smells very high quality. I don't know how to explain it. I want it to be slightly gourmand, slightly not. I do have Spiritualiste Double Vanille, and I do call that a more basic vanilla as well, but there's something quite special about that fragrance. The vanilla that I'm looking for, I just want to be able to combine with other fragrances or wear alone very easy. So I don't know if this is it for me, to be completely honest. It is a beautiful vanilla. It's sweet, it's a little bit boozy. It also kind of smells like there's a little bit of a fruity nuance to it. I do really like this. It's not a heavy fragrance. It's not a loud fragrance. This is one I can definitely layer with other fragrances and it would not take them over. I can also go ham on the sprays with this fragrance and it's not going to be overpowering. So I do really like this. Do I love it? I don't know about that, but I think for now it may serve the purpose that I was looking for, because I really just want a very nice layering vanilla fragrance, and I think this one is a nice option, and I really like the bottles on these. So again, that is Exstasy by Maison Tahiti. This next one is another one from Maison Tahiti, and this one is Vicious Cacao. So same packaging, and of course the bottle looks the same. It's the same brand. So this one is more of a chocolate fragrance, and to be honest, I don't know why I ordered this. I was thinking about ordering a different fragrance, and then for some reason I switched this one into my cart, but I have to say I do really like it. So it is a nice chocolate fragrance. It does have some boozy touches to it. It has some spices to it. It is a little sweet, but I wouldn't say it's milk chocolate sweet. It's kind of that mix in between like milk and dark chocolate. So a little bit of sweetness, but not overly so. It does smell very well done. I just don't know that I needed another chocolate fragrance, so I'm really not sure why I picked this up. The other fragrance from the brand that I want to try is Vanilla Squared, and I think that I probably should have went for that one. They do like a lot of vanilla and chocolate fragrances in this line, and I think they have a coffee line to it as well. Don't quote me on that, but I will link these fragrances down below, and if I have any valid discount codes for the fragrances I'm mentioning, I will list those down below as well, as always. But anyway, I do really like this fragrance. It is really nice. It's perfect for bedtime. It does kind of remind me of Chocolate Greedy from Montal. I wouldn't say they're the same. I definitely feel like Chocolate Greedy is more of a powdery chocolate smell, whereas this one is more of a smooth chocolate smell, but yeah, it's really good. So if you're looking for a nice chocolate scent, this one I would recommend. Now, do I need this in my collection? I'm not really sure, y'all. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know if I need this. It may be too similar to some of the other chocolate fragrances that I have, but I do think it's beautiful. So again, that is Vicious Cacao from Maison Tahiti. This next fragrance was sent to me from Twisted Lily, so thank you so much to the team over at Twisted Lily. But this is Maison Crivelli Hibiscus Mahajad. Now this fragrance made all the rounds, I feel like last summer. I think it was summer of 2022. It might have been 2021, y'all, don't quote me, but it made all the rounds on social media. People were loving it. And so this is one that I've been wanting to try, but I knew it wouldn't be a safe blind buy for me just because it's not a fragrance type that I would typically go for. But here is what the bottle looks like. I do like the bottles from Maison Crivelli. I think they're minimal, but I do think they look nice and very well made. So let's go ahead and spray this one. I have worn it, as I said, so I know what it smells like, but I just want to refresh myself. So this one smells like, at first spray, it smells like hibiscus tea. And then as the fragrance begins to dry down, you get a lot of rose coming into this fragrance. However, the rose is quite juicy. So overall, the concept that I get within the first 5 minutes of wearing this fragrance is a juicy tea rose scent. As the fragrance continues to dry, some darker notes do come out, like some woody notes. I'm not sure what type of wood. I've only worn this one time, and of course I have sprayed a car and let it sit and smelled it that way as well. But to me, I get more of a woody note. I feel like this fragrance is sweet and playful, but also sophisticated. It's an elegant scent. I do really enjoy the smell of this fragrance. I cannot wait to wear this more in the upcoming months. I think this will be great for something like brunch or lunch, but the deepness that's in like the background is kind of lurking in the background. I feel like I could wear it on a date night as well. Although it's not necessarily a sexy fragrance in my opinion, I kind of think that this type of fragrance I can wear pretty much any occasion. Now, as I continue to wear this fragrance, I'm sure I will develop some more thoughts on this. And it did remind me of another fragrance in my collection at first smells. So I'm thinking that this is gonna make its way into a this, that, or both video from me. So if that's something you wanna see, definitely let me know. But I do really love the fragrance. I'm thankful to have it in my collection. And I'm actually surprised at how much I like it. So again, that is Maison Crivelli Hibiscus Mahajad. This next fragrance was also sent to me. This one is from Carner, Barcelona, and this is called El Born. So let's open it up. Here's what the bottle looks like. I do really like the bottles from Carner, Barcelona, but I do feel like they are quite thick. So if you have small hands, just keep that in mind. I do have another fragrance that I purchased from this brand, so this is not my first one from the brand, but let me tell y'all, I wore this the other night. Love it. I love this fragrance. And I was kind of mad at myself because I wore it, like I sprayed it on just to test it out, and I was very tired that night, so I went to sleep like probably within 30 minutes of me spraying it on. But within those 30 minutes, I was thinking, man, I smell so amazing, and I felt like I wasted my wear. Of course I didn't, because I'll be able to wear it again, but I felt like that was too good for me to just be going to bed on. But anyway, this smells amazing. This is a boozy scent, right up my alley. And the alcohol note that's in this, I don't know what it is, but to me, it smells like a sweet, dark rum or cognac. It's that kind of sweet liquor type smell. In addition to that, I feel like I can smell some spices and possibly tobacco. But if tobacco is in this fragrance, I wouldn't say this is a tobacco heavy fragrance. This is more of a boozy fragrance, just from my limited experience, y'all. Keep that in mind. All of these fragrances, I haven't worn them a ton, so these are just kind of like first impressions. But I will tell you, this is good. The way the liquor is in this fragrance, it's just that perfect amount of sweetness. It's that perfect amount of booziness, but it doesn't feel overpowering at all. And I actually feel like for my limited wear, I feel like it's not super heavy, that I could wear this during the daytime, even when it's hot. There's definitely some fruity nuances to this fragrance. I'm not sure what type of fruit, But if I had to guess, I would say plum or blackcurrant. And yeah, it smells amazing, y'all. Amazing. I also think this one is unisex, and I don't feel like it pulls masculine or feminine. I think it sits right in the middle. So I am very excited to get some more wear out of this. This was one of those fragrances that as soon as I sprayed it, I didn't spray the card first on this one because I had just gotten it and I was tired. So I just sprayed it on myself. Very risky move, y'all. Very risky, but I did it. And this was love at first sniff, y'all. Love at first sniff. So I'm excited to continue wearing this and let you guys know how it wears on me, like projection, longevity, that type of thing. But as far as smell alone, 100% love. This next fragrance was also sent to me, and this one is from Soradora. It's called Orchid Rouge. Now, this brand has been popping up all over YouTube recently. They've been sending out, I guess, a lot of PR packages, and so they're trying to get their brand name out there. They are a newer fragrance company, so I totally get it, and I think it's actually a very good idea to try to use influencer advertising to get your name out there. But this one in particular, I haven't heard that many people talk about. Again, like I said, this is Orchid Rouge. I find most people talk about Mandorle from this brand, which I was actually interested in, but they were sold out at the time. So I went with my second choice, which is Orchid Rouge. But I am actually happy that I did. I've only worn this one once. So let's spray it to refresh. So when I spray this fragrance, I immediately get a blast of sweet fruits. I don't know what type of fruits, but it definitely smells bright and sweet. Almost like citrus, but like a sweet citrus. Maybe it's like orange or something like that, but that's what it smells like to me, like a bright, sweet fruit scent. As this fragrance starts to dry down on my skin, I feel like I get some vanilla poking out, something sweet, and something quite warm. Like I said, I've only worn this fragrance once, but to me, what I remember is that as I continued to wear this fragrance, it became more of a warm, sweet, almost lactonic smelling scent. And then along with that warm kind of milky sweetness, I feel like the fruits are still there in the background, but they don't take over the fragrance. To me, this definitely smells like more of, I guess, like a vanilla milky fragrance. It doesn't smell milky though per se. It's just all very creamy. To me, this fragrance is kind of hard to explain because I feel like everything kind of just blends together, and overall I just got a nice sweet smelling scent. Like, I love the fragrance. I definitely will have to wear this one more to let you guys know more about what I think about it, how it wears and all. The time that I wore it, I think I was just hanging around the house not doing much, but I remember really enjoying it. I just don't remember like how long it lasted or anything like that, but I will continue wearing all of these fragrances, and I'm sure you will see an update at some point. But so far so good. I'm happy to have been able to try this fragrance, and they actually sent me samples for all of their other fragrances, so I will be trying those out at a later date, and I'm thinking about talking about those on a live. So let me know if that's something y'all would be interested in. I have quite a few samples that I need to go through, so I'm thinking about doing a live, which will be a little bit nerve-wracking for me, but I'm thinking about doing a live. So let me know if that's something you'll be interested in as far as me sniffing samples on a live. So anyway, Orchid Rouge from Soradora. This next fragrance is one that I purchased, and this is from the brand Liquids Imaginaires. This is Blanche Bette. So this has been making the rounds on YouTube. All the girls have been loving it. A lot of people have been talking about this brand, but honestly, I don't know. I was skeptical, I'm not gonna lie. I did purchase this with my own money, and I will link it for you all because it is the least expensive price that I found. It is an affiliate link, so you know, if you don't feel comfortable with that, you can find it on your own. But I will link it for you guys in the description box below. But this is what the bottle looks like. And one of the reasons I was hesitant about buying anything from this brand is I really don't like the bottles. I was hoping that once I got this in my hand that I would like it more, but I don't like it. I know a lot of people love these bottles, but I don't like it. Anyway, I don't hate it. I just don't, I feel like I just don't like it. Anyway, it does feel really nice. But the other reason I was hesitant about buying anything from this brand is the names are weird. Like, they are weird. And I know that probably doesn't matter to some of y'all, but certain things matter to me. Anyway, but this is the one from the brand that sounded most like me. And I was trying not to jump on the hype train, but you know, I did it. And do I have any regrets? Absolutely not. So this is actually the only one I have not worn yet. I did purchase it and I did smell it, and I will tell you guys, I sprayed it on my tester when I got it. Love it. I love this fragrance. I didn't get a chance to wear it before this video, but I'm gonna tell you, I loved it on the tester card, and I'm so happy to have it in my collection. So this fragrance smells quite sweet and milky. It kind of smells like there's some almond in the fragrance, so it's like a nutty milkiness. That sounds gross, but it smells so freaking good. There's something just very calm about this scent, but also delicious smelling. I also feel like there's some musk in this scent, and there could possibly be some creamy sandalwood in the scent. I don't know, but this smells amazing. It's sweet, creamy, milky goodness. When I smell this fragrance, it smells pretty cozy. So I don't know how this is going to work in the hot weather that we have here. I don't want this to just be a bedtime scent because I feel like it smells too good for that. So I'm gonna have to try it out, see how it does out in the heat. I'm hoping that it's not too heavy and that I can wear it even on a hot day because it smells amazing, y'all. It smells really, really good. It's nutty, milky, sweetness, goodness. So again, that is Blanche Bette from Liquid's Imaginaires. This next fragrance was sent to me from Nuit, Nomad, and this is called Jardins de Misfa. So this fragrance I have worn only once, but I will tell you that one time I wore it, I got a compliment. So I love that for me, okay? It was actually a compliment from my husband, and I've told y'all before his nose is broken. So I was honestly surprised that he complimented me on it because at the time, like, it was my first time wearing it and I didn't think it smelled that strong, but he could smell it on me quite easily. And I didn't overspray. Generally, when I'm trying a fragrance out for the first time, I don't overspray it because I don't know how it's gonna work on my body, you know? So this fragrance is really good. It's quite interesting. I believe this fragrance centers around dates, the fruit, dates. And that's what I smell initially when I smell this fragrance. But to me, like, I smell dates, but it doesn't smell like thick, syrupy, like I would imagine a dates fragrance to smell. I don't know if that makes sense, but if you've ever smelled dates, to me, they smell very thick. And maybe because the texture of them is kind of thick, I kind of expect when I see dates in a fragrance to smell that thickness. This fragrance smells quite transparent, if that makes sense. So along with the dates, I do smell some sort of spices in here, possibly something like nutmeg or cinnamon, but it's not overpowering at all, but I can definitely smell some sort of kitchen type spices in this fragrance. And then I also smell something very bright, kind of smells like a mix of lemon and ginger to me. So very bright and awakening. I really love the way this smells. It smells quite interesting to me. It's not really what I expected. I expected it to be more of a heavy, ambery dates type smell. Whereas to me, it's more of a transparent, bright, but still spicy, sweet type smell. I don't think I mentioned it before, but I do kind of smell amber in this fragrance as well. But nothing is heavy in this fragrance at all to me, which I actually am pleasantly surprised about because based on the notes, and when they reached out to me, this is the one that sounded most like something I would like, but I was thinking that I would have to reserve it for maybe date night or just going to sleep or something like that because I thought it may be too heavy for the hot weather that we have here because I'm pretty sure all our cold days are over. But now that I have this bottle in hand, I'm actually pleasantly surprised because I feel like I can wear this year round. It is a warm scent, but it's not too much. So I'm excited to keep wearing this, and I think it's a quite interesting scent. So again, this is Jardins de Misfa from Nuit Nomad, and they also sent me a discovery set, which I thought was really pretty, like the outer packaging, and I really like the way these are laid out. So again, if y'all want to see that live with me smelling samples, this would probably be included in that. I probably won't be able to smell all of them on camera because it's gonna be too much, like my nose would be too tired, but we'll probably just pick out ones that y'all want to know about and we'll smell them on camera there. So let me know. And then the last new fragrance that I added into my collection is from DS and Durga, and this is Pistachio. So this is my first fragrance from this brand. I remember seeing the promo images for this fragrance a couple weeks ago, and I knew I wanted it, but I was nervous, y'all, because I've never purchased from this brand. and none of the stores near me carry this particular fragrance, even if they carry this brand. So I'm not going to talk about this fragrance because I'm in the midst of filming a love, like, or let down video on it. So if you want to know more about this fragrance, make sure you subscribe and have your notification bell on so that you don't miss that video from me. But I did want to include it because it is a new fragrance in my collection. So those are all the new fragrances added into my collection. Again, thank you to the brands that sent me fragrances to try. I cannot wait to try out all of these fragrances more and update you guys in the future. I do have 2 fragrances that I decluttered. First one is Kilian Can't Stop Loving You. So I did do a video all about this fragrance. Check it out if you want to know more. But that one went back to the store, okay? It was not for me. I felt like it was boring. And yeah, I kind of just told y'all what I said in the video. But if you want to know why I thought it was boring, check out the video, okay? But I thought it was boring. I didn't think it was worth my money. I'm not saying it's not worth the money for you. I'm saying for me, it wasn't worth my money. So I took it back to the store. So that one is gone. The next fragrance that I declutter is from House of Sillage, and it was Batman Hero. So that one was actually sent to me from the brand, and I did really like it. It's kind of a sweet, smoky, leathery type scent. The reason that I got rid of it is because I wore it one night and my husband was like, "What are you wearing?" And I told him, and then he didn't say anything. And I was like, "You don't like it?" And he was like, "Not really." And then later on, he was like, there's something weird about the fragrance you're wearing. And it made me feel very uncomfortable. So because of that, I gave it to a coworker who was very excited to have it. And I was really happy to give it to her because it's not most people are not spending that kind of money on a fragrance. So I was happy to give it to her because I know it's something that she would never buy herself, and she liked it. So yeah, that one went bye-bye, but I did think it was a nice fragrance. It just, for whatever reason, my husband didn't like it, and so I knew I would never probably wear it around him, and there was no point in me holding on to it, taking up space. So that's it. Only got rid of 2 fragrances this month. I don't always get rid of fragrances, but I do want to make sure I share them with you all when I do. So those are all the fragrances that were added into my collection and taken away. Let me know if you've tried any of the fragrances that I mentioned. Let me know if you've tried any of the fragrances that I mentioned and what you think of them, especially all these new ones, because like I said, I haven't had a chance to wear most of them more than once. So let me know what you think of them. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content. Also, follow me over on my newly relaunched blog. It's www.simplyayesha.com. Get on the mailing list over there so we can stay in touch a little bit more. Also, if you want to connect with me even more, follow me on Instagram. I'm always in my stories and in my DMs, and I love to chat with y'all over there. I hope you all enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.